La crisis mundial del agua es una crisis que cuesta vidas humanas, que impone en las mujeres un trabajo físico muy arduo, que mantiene a los niños fuera de la escuela. Es por eso que en el informe nosotros decimos que si la comunidad internacional y si los gobiernos son verdaderamente serios para alcanzar los objetivos del milenio, tienen que ponerle fin a la crisis mundial del agua. El título del informe este año es Más allá de la escasez. La crisis mundial del agua no está relacionada con la escasez, está relacionada con problemas de poder, gobernabilidad y la gestión de los recursos hídricos. El informe trata de enfatizar las desigualdades que existen en la distribución del agua entre los más ricos y los más pobres. No tener acceso al agua en su propia casa quiere decir que tiene usted que cargar el agua, 20 kilos de agua, por largas distancias para poder satisfacer las necesidades de su familia. Quiere decir que usted no es capaz de aplacar su sed, que no se puede asegurar la salud de los niños. Básicamente, no se puede llevar una vida digna.
There are over 2 billion people in the world who don't have access to sanitation. But actually, it wasn't really till I stood here that I understood what that means. What we've got here is a toilet for 71,000 people. These are plastic bags that are full of human excrement. People just dump them here because they have no alternative. When it rains, this whole hillside of human excrement and plastic bags floods, come straight down this hill into this residential area down here. And even worse than that, what you've got here is the main water pipe, which is serving the whole slum. This water pipe is completely covered with human excrement. In some places it's leaking, so you've got excrement actually leaching into the water supply. You see an example of this problem right here. This is a feeder pipe. This water is full of human excrement, and it's being sucked into this pipe right here where you can see it leaking. Now this is basically going to carry human excrement right into the water that somebody drinks down this lane here. And that really helps to explain why you've got such high death rates in this slum.
Kila mtu anatupa uchafu hapo. Sasa hewa yote inaingia kwa nyumba. Tena maji mvua ikinyesha, maji inaingia hapa, alafu inapitia pale. Inajaa kabisa. Yaani inajaa. Mpaka tumetoboa pale, ndio inaelekea huko chini.
We were just told by one of the teachers that it's not unusual for 10, in a class of 26 children, it's not unusual for 10 of them to be absent because of problems with diarrhea. I think this demonstrates as powerfully as anything you can think of the links between what happens in water and sanitation and what happens in education. What sort of opportunities in life do these kids have? And it's an example of how unless you can get this right, you're not going to get what happens in the school right.
El primer aspecto de esta solución es decirle a los gobiernos que tienen que asegurar el acceso al agua como un derecho humano. Y esto quiere decir no solamente escribirlo en la Constitución, sino quiere decir garantizar por lo menos 20 litros de agua para todos los ciudadanos. Y en caso de los ciudadanos pobres, esta agua tiene que repartirse gratuitamente. El otro aspecto de la solución pasa por hablar a la comunidad internacional y a los donantes de que tienen que poner más énfasis en los programas relacionados con el agua. El tercer aspecto de la solución pasa por tener un plan mundial de acción por el agua. Si somos serios y verdaderamente queremos poner fin a la crisis del agua, tenemos que establecer partenariados internacionales.
200 years ago, you had child death rates in cities like New York and Chicago and Paris and London and Manchester that were just as bad as you got in Kibera today. Now, what changed the story in those cities was that governments decided that was enough. They saw the huge human cost associated with the deficit in water and sanitation, They saw the damage that it was doing for economic growth, for productivity, and they did something about it. And what we need to see is governments in Africa, in the developing world, and in rich countries doing something about this now. This really has to end tomorrow.